How would I describe Hugo? Dangerous. Yeah, very dangerous. He to me, after I read the script, it was just like, okay, this is the kind of guy who, in my opinion, could be the worst kind of human being walking the face of the earth. You have a very privileged human being who's an alpha personality and has been given every advantage, from what we can see, and continues to take full advantage wherever he can, and really has little to no regard of who he affects, walking his little path. And he's just he's a dangerous motherfucker, not my favorite kind of person, but it was fun to play him.
I think Frank is a concerned friend, first and foremost. But he also understands Robert's infatuation with Hugo. I think nowadays gay people have all sorts to factor into making relationships. Gauging levels of intimacy, sometimes we're not so clear when we're looking for a boyfriend or casual sex. There's also expectations from each other sexually. And this on top of Robert's shameful past. I think Frank, he gets it. He gets why he falls for Hugo.
I think Kate is quite British. There's a kind of a conservatism about her. She's very responsible. I think she has a good job. She has her life in order in that way. There's something sort of quite conservative about her in that way that she, and it contrasts really nicely with Robert, I think. She doesn't allow herself to experience feelings in the same way that Robert does. She doesn't quite have that freedom. And I think that's where some of the kind of tension between the two of them happens.
Robert is someone who has struggled a lot in his life. He's gone through very difficult times, and especially as of recent, in the past couple of years, I'd say, he has definitely suffered a lot. And even though he doesn't necessarily remember who he is, I think we get small glimpses into what happened to him. And I definitely think people will be shocked when the truth is revealed.
Cinematography speaking, when I first read the script, I thought like, the story is crazy. So cinematography, you gotta do something with it, like play with it. Some scenes you can really go crazy, like colorful, a bit trashy somehow, like especially the rape scene. So that's how I envisioned the cinematography. I really liked the script. I really liked the story. I thought it was crazy and I just loved it. And I thought like we can do so much with the cinematography.
The soundtrack is pretty much inspired by the 70s and 80s mystery thrillers, especially European. And I really wanted to have a recurring theme appearing throughout the movie every now and then. Like a theme that you could associate with Robert and his struggle. And the story being about two men, I thought it would be nice to give Robert also like like the theme, a sensitive touch, almost feminine, and just as a contrast, and also like something that associates with his struggle and the identity issues that he has.